YouTube is my primary online presence, but it's not my only online presence. You know, as you can tell from my outro and all the things I have listed down in the notes section of my videos, you know, I have a Twitter account, I have a Facebook account, I have a Pheed account, man, which is too bad because I think Pheed's gonna go away. I really do, man. Pheed's not taking off. There's not a whole lot of people on there, unfortunately, and it sucks because I really like Pheed. Like, Pheed is just, it's distilled down to just the basics of Facebook. What I love about Pheed too is that you can put up these audio feeds. You can make these quick little short audio blogs, I guess you could say, which I love doing because you could just be sitting at the kitchen table and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna throw something up, or you know what, I'm at the bus stop and I got a couple minutes here, let me throw this topic out there. But anyway, it's not taking off, which is too bad because I really like Pheed, to be honest with you. But anyway, as I am engaged in some of these online outlets, online social networks, I have gotten involved in some of these groups. You know, so for example, Facebook has these groups, and you could join these different groups. And this is all new to me. I know some people, they've been doing this stuff for years. This is all brand new to me. I wasn't gonna do any of these types of things, and it wasn't until the urging of my homie Bumblebee from down under. He's the one who's like, man, you need to get on some of these groups, player. And I was like, man, I don't know about that. Anyway, he pushed me to get involved, and much props to Bumblebee for doing that, because it really has allowed me to get my content out to more people, out to a different audience. And so, man, I've really just enjoyed it. But I will say this, like, on some of these groups, there are a lot of newer motovloggers, you know, motovloggers who are new to the game. And I'm still new to the game, man. I only started motovlogging in September of 2014, so I'm new to the game. But one of the things that you see on some of these groups, you know, are new motovloggers who are throwing out questions to the group and asking for feedback and asking for comments on, you know, does this work for you, and what kind of camera do you use, and what kind of microphone do you use, and do you script out your motovlogs before you go out there and do them? Is that okay to do that? You know, so and I'm not down at any of this stuff, man. There's nothing wrong with reaching out to others, getting some feedback, right? I mean, it's a cool thing. In fact, it's awesome. But I also think that, man, for the newer motovloggers, and again, I'm a newbie myself, so this is just coming from one of your peers, but my own personal opinion, and this is just my own opinion, SoopaBee's opinion, is that, man, you don't need to think about it that much. You know, I mean, you can overthink about it, and all of a sudden, you are like trying to do things like other motovloggers. I mean, the beauty of motovlogging, the beauty of being in this space of creating this content and doing these types of things, is that you get to create from scratch. You get to do what you want to do. There's no rules. You know, that's what's awesome about this whole thing, man, is there ain't no rules. You know, I mean, obviously there are guidelines, YouTube guidelines you have to conform to, but beyond that, man, you're just going out into the playground and playing. You're going out into the art studio and creating. And that's what's cool, man. You can just do whatever you want to do. I mean, if you want to script out your motovlogs, script them out. There's nothing wrong with that. No one can down you for scripting out a motovlog. If you want to come up with a general outline, which I do sometimes, I actually do come out with outlines sometimes, especially for the things that I'm going to talk about on my second channel, SoopaBee Movies. I put out an outline and kind of look that over before I go out and do it. If you want to do that, go do that. There's nothing wrong with that, man. That's what's cool about this thing. You get to do whatever you want to do. If you want to have a scripted out motovlog and you want to memorize the thing word for word from the beginning to the end, Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do that. You go off and do that and do your own thing and be proud of it, you know? And what's cool about this, I mean, is that the other thing that's cool about making your own content and putting it out on YouTube is that you get to experiment. You get to try, you get to fail, you get to succeed. I mean, the consequences are minimal, you know? I mean, really, the consequences are minimal. So you get to do whatever you want to do and experiment and try it out and see what happens. That's what I love about this whole thing, man, is that you have freedom. You have freedom to do whatever you want to do. I love it, love it, love it. If you want to have an intro to your videos, put out an intro. Some people are like, nah, you shouldn't have an intro, or you should have just like a 2-second or 5-second intro because it eats into your time. If that's your thing, you want to have a very, very short intro so that you get into your content quickly, man, bam, go for it and do it. I don't care about that kind of stuff. You can tell from my long intro, from my long outro. If you want an outro, put an outro. If you don't want an outro, don't put an outro, man. Do whatever you want to do. I mean, if you want to ask people to like and subscribe, ask them to like and subscribe. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. That's what's beautiful about this whole thing. If you want to make short videos because you think that more people are going to want to watch short YouTube videos, which is probably true, then make short videos. If you're like, man, no, I got more to say and I want to have a long old video, do whatever you want to do, man. I mean, people are going to either watch your stuff or not, and they will decide if that's something that they want to watch or not, but you decide what type of content you want to put out there. And that's the beauty of this whole thing. So anyway, just a few thoughts from SoopaBee, my own opinion, and take it or leave it, and know that I'm no expert. You know, I'm just one dude out here sharing my thoughts, man. So anyway, with that, my friends, my people, be sure to continue to ride with confidence, head up 100%. Yeah, boy, this is SoopaBee. Even though you don't think it's right. Yo, I like to bite. Just having fun, y'all. And if you think that it's wrong, you got to admit there's a new type of song to do what you like.